Welcome to MedTalks, your go-to source for health information and medical insights. I'm your host, Juvenava, and we are bringing you the latest in healthcare. Whether you're looking to understand the basics of wellness, gain practical tips for everyday health, or learn about community resources available to help you live a healthier and happier life, MedTalks has you covered. Join us on this journey to better health, and remember, a healthier you starts with a single conversation. Stay informed, stay healthy with MedTalks, where every talk is a step towards a better you.
Grace Med Health Clinic is your home for complete compassionate care. From medical visits to vision screenings, dental care, behavioral health support, and a fully equipped pharmacy, we're here to meet all your health needs. Our dedicated team of providers and staff work together to make every visit welcoming and stress-free. Because at Grace Med, you're not just a patient, you're part of our family. Call 316-866-2000 to schedule your appointment. Grace Med Health Clinic, compassionate care for all.
Hello guys, I'm Juvenava, Director of Community Outreach at Grace Med. Welcome to another episode of Med Talks. We're actually on the road today. For those who don't know, Grace Med has multiple sites in Kansas. And so we decided to take the podcast on the road. And so we are in Topeka, Kansas at one of our facilities at actually the Grace Med Capital facility here in Topeka. And I'm having the pleasure to meet with Kara of Just Serve. How are you?
I'm so well, Juven. It's nice to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure.
Good. Talk to us a little about Just Serve.
So Just Serve is actually a free platform. It's justserve.org. It was created by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and it was launched in 2012 in North America.
Awesome.
They created it as like a bridge. If you can think about nonprofits are out there looking for volunteers. Volunteers are looking for places to volunteer.
Yeah.
Where can they find them?
Right.
So why not put them on a free website? Free being the key, because if you're a nonprofit, do you have a lot of resources for paying for advertising? You don't.
Yeah.
But your mission is important, and you need volunteers to fulfill it.
Yeah.
So let's make it free for everyone. It became a gift to the world. Started in North America. Now it's in 17 countries, 5 languages. Lots of places for people to find volunteer opportunities.
Yeah, that's incredible. You know, when I was in high school, I was required to do community service hours.
Yeah.
So this would have been a great resource to use. So that we could find places to serve. What kind of agencies or nonprofits are on your website?
So it's completely open to anyone in a nonprofit space that would like to post, right? So if you think about places like Ronald McDonald House or your homeless shelters and even community organizations like the Shawnee County Parks and Rec, for example. They have a community cleanup that they might need volunteers for. We can post that on there and put it out there, and people can find that opportunity. And even some of them are ongoing, right? Like, so if you have something like Ronald McDonald House, for example, they always have a need. And it's the same need. It's please come, help us, make meals for families whose families are in the hospital, right?
Okay.
And that's an ongoing opportunity. But then there's an event, like we're trying to, raise this awareness of this opportunity for donations. The fires in California that they had, and they needed donations. So American Red Cross, we would put that on there and make sure that there's a place for people to go and find the opportunity to donate. So
That's
lots
incredible.
Yeah, it's great.
So it's not just focused in Topeka area.
Oh, no.
Okay, so they could actually help agencies from across the country.
Yeah,
that's
it makes it
awesome.
very unique because it does have the opportunity or the ability to give you opportunities all over. But you can also tailor it to your local community, which is super cool because then it becomes this bridge, right? Like we're trying to create this tool that makes communities feel connected, right? And so you can go on there and you can search by zip code and say, I'm just trying to do something in town. I just want to do something where I can actually show up in person and I can meet people and I can help them.
Okay.
Sure, search for it that way. Or, I just really want to make a big impact. I know that horrible disaster happened in California. How can I help?
Yeah.
And that will be posted on there too. So big or small, it still gives you the opportunity to find places to help.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's really cool. So let's just say Grace Med was to sign up, because we need help to either stuff dental kits or for our back to school resource fair or anything like that. what do we need to do in order to be on the website?
Okay, so the great part about it is it's staffed by volunteers like me.
Okay.
So you would reach out to someone like myself and say, we have this opportunity. And then I would go back and forth with you and say, what would you like it to talk about? Would you like any pictures to be included? Is there a sign-up form? Is there a sign-up process? And I just kind of get some basic information from you, and then I go and post it on the website. And it's up there, and it's also in an app. Right? So we have the website, and then we also have a mobile app. So if you were someone who wanted to just like scroll through opportunities, it's a super user-friendly experience. You can also, if you feel like you want to take on the job of posting it yourself, that is an opportunity too. So if you have someone who's a dedicated, like really savvy into the web stuff and doesn't get intimidated by that or whatnot, I can set them up also as their own account, and then they can post regularly, take things down, put them back up. It's really easy interface. It's super, super simple.
That's a really great resource for a lot of nonprofits, especially some nonprofits who perhaps are limited with staff and who do perhaps need the assistance that you could provide of like, hey, we can put you on there and get you ready to go. That's incredible. Yep. Do you see a decline of services needed with the seasons? Like, especially right now, it's summer. Kids are just out of school right now. So I can imagine there's probably like a lot of agencies that need help, right?
Yes.
Do you see like an increase of need, or is it pretty steady the same?
It's steady. It is seasonal though. Like I'll see things coming out in the summer and the spring. There's a lot of cleanup projects, right? We're trying to get out there and help a school or a nonprofit do some yard work or get the park ready for the summertime. So we see that kind of stuff increase around the warmer months. When we get closer to the holidays, there's a lot of the giving and the helping with a Christmas store, the Christmas Bureau, and places where you can go and assist with holiday needs. So it's just, I think, seasonal in that way, but there's always something on Just Serve for people to find to do, which is just great. I think about my family. I have a ridiculous number of teenagers in my house, and you just think, oh, what are we going to do all summer with these kids just to get them off their phones? Well, number one, if they like their phone, and you could show them the Just Serve app, hey, while you're sitting there, why don't you find a service opportunity that you think looks interesting and tell me about it, and we can talk about it and see if there's a way we can get you involved, right? It's a way to kind of give your kids something else to do in the summertime. I love that Grace Med is about, this podcast can be about health, right? And how are we helping people live a healthier life? There are so many, if you think about it, studies out there now that are connecting your health with serving.
Right.
Because when you give outside of yourself, how does it make you feel?
Exactly.
Right. I'm sure you've experienced that.
Oh, definitely. And something that Grace and I really focus on is the holistic care, right? So we're approaching your mental health as well as your spiritual care, and then like just your body as well. And so for mental health, like this it helps people feel better. It gets them out of that depressive state. And also helps with their spiritual sense too. It just gives them an opportunity to provide and do a service. What was your reason to want to be a part of this organization?
All of the things you just said. I love the connection. Like, we're wired for connection. We're wired to be helping people, right? Because when we do that, it allows us to feel like we're giving of something, and it takes us out of our selfish mindset, right? And when we do that, it feels really good. And so when I'll back up a little bit. My childhood and I was raised by my parents, and they're wonderful, serving individuals, always giving me that example. But there were days as a teenager where I was just like, the world is ending, everything's so hard, and you just feel like you can't see straight. Was that really the case? Probably not. My mom was very good at always saying to me, Kara, if you're not feeling good about yourself, go serve someone else. Right? Go try to do something nice for someone else and then see how the world looks.
Exactly.
She was never wrong. I mean, I never wanted, I was just like, oh, Mom,
Right.
How come you can't just give me a donut or something?
Exactly.
But like, no, every time that I tried, when I experimented on that ideology, like go out there and do something for someone else and see how much different the world looks. It looked different. I
agree with that. I mentioned earlier that my school required us to do community service. And we would even take days off when we wouldn't have a class that day. We'd go do community service. But it gave me at that time I thought, a free day, right?
Oh, yeah.
But to see the impact that you do, that you have when you're doing that service, it means so much. It also taught me how to be empathetic in that people are perhaps not in the same situation as I am and who need that help. But it kind of ignited this passion to want to work in nonprofit. You know, I've always worked in nonprofit because it started at such a young age.
Yes.
And so I think that this is so great, especially in these days that we're in. We really need to give back to the community and to just ignite that spirit of giving again and to serve and to just be there for one another and take care of each other.
100%.
And so I think that having this website, Just Serve, is incredible. It's such a great resource for everyone.
Thank you.
What is the goal for Just Serve? Like, is there a measure that they want to meet of how much impact to have in the community?
You know, I don't think that we really put metrics next to it.
Yeah.
It's really just like the more opportunities that we have on there, the better.
Right.
So I'm constantly reaching out to nonprofits to just let them know about it, to tell them this is a free resource.
Yeah.
Because what we want to ultimately build, and I think the metric isn't necessarily a number, but a culture. We want to build connected communities.
Yeah.
Because when you're out there actually giving, you feel like you're a part of something
Right.
bigger than you. Like you said, when you were a kid, it's like, oh, wow, I have a totally different perspective on the world because I've now interacted with someone who isn't like me and I can see the world from their shoes. Imagine what that would feel like as a whole community. You know, if we really did have the ability to figure out where the things are that are needed in our community and jump in. And some of that can be in person. I think this is another aspect to probably bring to the front. Sometimes you want to serve and maybe you aren't physically able. Maybe you can't show up and pick up, you know, and spread mulch and do a yard project. Maybe you can't. There are opportunities on there that are also for, like, I'm going to write some cards to people who are in the hospital and send them in. And I'm going to, my kids like to bake. There's opportunities for you to bake some baked goods and contribute it to something. Or there's one called Lasagna Love, which that was really interesting. Like if you want to teach your kids how to make lasagna and then they can like deliver it to this company that does lasagnas for people. I don't know. But you can do things. You can get creative. It doesn't have to be your traditional sense where like I'm physically showing up and have to do labor that I can't maybe perform. So,
and that's true because some people, they're like, ugh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I want to do this. And so it gives them an opportunity to like look what's available and really find something that they can connect with.
Yeah.
Because that'll be more meaningful to them as well.
It would. There was one I noticed the other day that was really neat. It was people who are coming over to the United States that don't speak English very well. And they're in this new culture and they're trying to figure things out and they just want to practice English.
Yeah.
And you can sign up as a volunteer and just have conversations with these individuals. Give them the opportunity to practice their English.
Yeah.
You don't have to leave your house for that.
Right.
We have Zoom now, right?
Yeah,
We have all of these
exactly.
wonderful video conferencing platforms where we can do that. And can you imagine how meaningful that would be to someone who feels uncomfortable in this new place? They're trying to connect to someone. So that goes back to the connection piece.
No, I completely agree.
And it's volunteer.
If people want to sign up or to even be volunteers to help you with whatever you're needing, how can they support you?
So the best way to get involved with Just Serve, like for the nonprofits, let's say, if they'd like to reach out to me, they can just email me at Kara, KARA.justserve at gmail.com and say, like, I have this upcoming event or I have this upcoming need. And we'd love to post about it. And again, it's completely free. It's a gift to the community. We want people to really have a place where they feel free to post what they need and get the volunteers to see it.
I love that.
So yeah, and if you're a volunteer, I mean, obviously it's out there for you to find. So please go and search and look and find things that you could do to just jump in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
This is so cool. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us.
100%.
Is there anything that I missed that you want our listeners to know? Because sometimes I can get forgetful.
Oh, no, you're fine. No, I was thinking it can be customized too as you're looking through the opportunities.
Yeah.
You can tell them, like, I have strengths in financial things, or I have an interest in working with children, or I have an interest in the environment. And you can actually kind of filter that.
That's
so
cool.
It'll show you the things that maybe you're interested in. That might help with the kids, to when they're like, I don't know, Mom, I don't want to look through all this, right? But you can filter it down.
Exactly.
And if you want to get even more personal with it, like there's a way to register on the site so that it sends you the new ones that come up, so you're always seeing the fresh opportunities. but there's so much available. And I just say, just jump in and look.
Yeah.
And it will be a rewarding and fulfilling experience without a doubt.
Okay, well, I definitely need to get Grace Med on there because that is incredible.
We would love to work with you.
Yes. Thank you so much for stopping by and
Sure.
for taking some time to meet with us.
My pleasure.
Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.